like an investigative journalist today. I made a couple calls to a couple people I know in small financial institutions. There's always scamming going on. This is a two-part series, but basically because 1/4 of the world, if not 1/3 of the world, has been, lost their job. I figured because I've been getting more scam calls and emails than normal. So I talked to two financial institution folks that I know today, and thankfully they had the time to have a nice long discussion with me. Obviously, it's the case that there's always scamming going on, but I found out, and I suspected, and I was right, my hunch was right, and that is that there's a lot of fraud going on, like way more than normal. And I asked a specific question. I said, now obviously there's always frauds and scams going on regarding financial institutions and the silliness people are trying to pull. I said, but it's really off the hook right now. And they said, yes. Their confirmation to me was, yes, it's off the hook. It's absolutely crazy. She said that one person that she talked to today was scammed out of $40,000 with a counterfeit cashier's check. Both people that I talked to today said the same thing. Well, you and I have heard of every scam imaginable, probably. The hot thing right now, apparently, is counterfeit cashier's checks. And I guess that makes sense. But since I'd been getting, I just got a call like a few hours ago. It's like, hello, sir, how can I help you? I knew it was obviously fraudulent. They're always calling from India or the Philippines and, pretending to be... I don't owe anybody any money. Debt collectors. Complete nonsense. Hung up on them immediately, blocked their calls, and also too, been getting scam emails. I always ignore those. Thankfully, there's not a person on this earth that I trust, not a single one, and that's a good thing. But I also too talked to multiple people. I'd actually had confirmation from multiple people that I know that people, and it makes sense, of course, that people are way really like crazy, rude, just like borderline psycho, and as far as those who deal with the public. And I don't deal with the public anymore, even though I've done it for ages. But a few more people that I talked to in the past 48 hours said the exact same thing that I've been getting information on from everybody, and that's that customer interactions are completely crazy, that the level of wackadoodle, nuts and vitriol and anger and volatile, just insane, irrational, volatile behavior is completely off the frigging hook. And I can't even imagine how it is to the rest of, because Lexington, where I'm at here, is really calm. I mean, when things go bad, the economy is the last to go bad here. I mean, this really is a very isolated sector. It's a college town. It's isolated from the craziness of the world. I mean, I can't imagine how crazy it is in like Portland or DC or Chicago or New York area, just the whole area. Maryland, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and California. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk to some people today because I had a hunch, and my hunch was not only right, it was extremely right. So fraud apparently is off the hook way more than it normally. There's always fraud going on. I mean, you know that, and I know that, but the fraud and the bank fraud, whether it be rubber checks or just all sorts of craziness, is way worse than normal. And they confirmed that. I said, so let me get this straight. And I'm repeating myself right now. When I talked to my other friend in financial, he's actually head of banking customer service in Eastern Kentucky. I won't give you the name of the institution. I said, so it's really like way worse. Then I said, yes, it's way worse than normal. And the call load that they're getting to correct fraud and theft from counterfeit checks and whatnot is really, really high. When people get desperate, if they're of a lesser character, shall we say, they will, immediately gravitate towards these sort of, illegal activities to get money. So anyway, I don't know if you've experienced that or not, but I just wanted to make a video about that. Talk about what's going on in the world. Because when one thing happens, it's not just one thing. There's always a blowback effect. And that's always the case in anything. It's kind of like if your car breaks down or something, you know, yeah, you get angry, but the ripple effect from that is you get angry and you're hostile, and it just, you know, there's peripheral ripples in the pond. And so what's going on in the world is not just, you know, people being out of work, or, you know, people, you know, sick of wearing face diapers. There's always a ripple effect. And that's part of the ripple effect that I anticipated and I confirmed today. So I'll shut up now. I hope you're doing safe. Mosquito just bit the back of my darn head. Darn mosquitoes.